is your most radical belief?
I probably wouldn't share my most radical thoughts on a public platform, but here's one. I don't think that humans will ever be able to transcend what evolution dictated us to be. And what I mean by that is that we are so wired for tribal behavior from our Paleolithic ancestry that there will always be a power structure and a new power structure fighting that power structure and becoming the new power structure, which is why Kuniko Fumiko, the famous Japanese nihilist, said that you should never be a part of any revolution, because even if you win, you just become the next power system to be overthrown. And we can look at politics in America to see that that's already happening in some ways, with the left and the new power of being the most marginalized intersection at the table. And even just look at what we did to Jesus. Here's, from what we can tell, just a homeless mystic who didn't write down anything, who condemns the institution, and somehow we made him into a God-loving, gay-hating CEO. Like, it's absurd. It may be that our wiring for cults, our fear of death and uncertainty, our desire for money and beauty and fame and community, the power of religions to create children and create stronger communities to raise those children, how intense our biases are and our disdain for complexity, that we'll just never be able to outgrow these impulses. And that someday at the end of it all, when we blow ourselves up due to greed or jihad or which God is right or pure stupidity, we will never once as a species be able to step back and really see it. That we're just daisies here for a small moment to experience the sun and the rain, the suffering and the joys, and then we die, and we'll never have a moment in human history of peace, not one. We'll never be able to see outside the matrix. We'll never be able to see ultimate reality. And we're just slaves to our emotions and thoughts and biases. And that it'll just be one religion after another, one cult after another, one distraction after another. And that those who do decide to step outside, to deconstruct, to uncult, to see complexity, to face the monsters that live in our subconscious, where few survive unscathed, to see the absurd in human behavior and human communities, those people can only do so alone, completely alone. Alone to the point where they will sometimes long for their ignorance so that they could believe in something or be part of something and be functional again. And if you ever tried to make a community out of the anti-cult or the anti-matrix, within 10 years, it just becomes its own matrix again. And we just do this again and again and again. So secular spirituality is one of the rocks that I push up the hill like Sisyphus, simply because I enjoy the journey. I have a couple of projects that I am alive for, that I choose to be a part of just for the pure enjoyment. And I enjoy helping people find more freedom, and even to find ways to be alone together outside of superstition, but still trying to create a life that is worth living in the face of nihilism. I enjoy this project, but I do this project not ever thinking that I'm going to win. I think that this is a battle that I will lose. I will lose to religion and to cults and to bias and to violence and to political cults. They tap into too much of our evolutionary biology for anything like what I'm trying to do to really fight and win in the long run. But embracing the project as worthy anyway is what it means to embrace the absurd, to live as you would want things to be, even though at the end of the day, this is a fight that I'm probably going to lose.